what is API? And I'm going to explain it so simple that any developer is going to be like, well, technically it's, I don't care type of video. Understanding API at a fundamental level is very important if you ever plan on vibe coding a real application, as this is the unlock to do cool things in your application. Therefore, let's find out what API is. We already know the vibes here, okay? We are doing very simple, amazing diagrams. What is it? To put simply, let's say you're building a weather application, right? You vibe coded a web application or a iOS Flutter, doesn't matter type of application, and you want to show what the weather is in San Francisco. Instead of you needing to internally build out the infrastructure and how to access the data, what we do is we can use API to access the data from someone else in another database, or to put simply, literally a computer in some random country, Ohio, and we can access the data of what San Francisco weather is at that specific time. It communicates here, it sends it back and reflects it here. Let's take this a little bit dumber, right? So literally what API is in this context with this weather service is, in theory, it is a database, right? It's just a computer. So let's say we have a little computer in the server room among us, right? We got the little computer here. What this database has though, is there's a constant code file. Don't know what a code file is, like click anywhere in your vibe coding. All that code is right here. And this will have a constant running code file that is tapping into what the weather is and feeding it into the database over here. And then there allows you to essentially access it from your application over here. Over here. And when you do your little call, you're grabbing the data here and then reflecting it here on the underlying user, which is literally just a code file and then off a computer. How do we do this though? And how do we communicate? So this is software talking to software, and the door is how you see these URLs. This isn't like a URL where you go to like a website like youtube.com. Rather, this is our way of communicating with the specific database we're trying to access. So a lot of times you see like API/weather/v1, version 1, version 2, version 3 situation. We can call these the doors. And then we can do certain actions within the weather itself. Some data is only a get type of data, e.g. we are reading it. And that would be a perfect example over here of like, what is the weather in San Francisco? We're just reading it, right? It is 72 degrees Fahrenheit. But other types of APIs will allow you to do other stuff, such as creating data or updating data or deleting data. This is CRUD. This is pretty standardized. Point being though, is that within API, within software talking to software, we can do certain actions. And then to put simply, like me and you having a conversation, I'm talking English, you're talking English, yes, no, hi, hello. The robots speak in JSON in this context, and we call these JSON payloads. And for the example of the weather, the payload would literally be received like this. And you don't even have to care how to parse this, right? You just have the AI parse it and then reflect it in the user interface where it looks all nice and pretty like this. Now, you probably already know this, but with API, you have free API and then you have paid API. Free is like, I'm pretty sure there's like a lot of weather APIs that are free where you can genuinely just access the weather in cities and reflect it in your app if that is a use case. But then on the other side is paid API, which we're very familiar with. ChatGPT, Claude, like integrating artificial intelligence into your application, you're going to pay for it. And therefore, to put simply, that is like, we just have a paywall here, the tokens, accessing the computer, it runs the process and then feeds back to your application. In action. So when talking to your artificial intelligence, you don't need to know how to write code or even understand what any of the code means. What you do need to understand though is simply providing the relevant API endpoint of what you want to do. The best thing you can do typically is just type in API docs, provide the entire API docs, and then do whatever action you're trying to look for. So in this example, this is like getting the data or making the request via the fetch here URL. And what this does is that the software then talks to the other software, the weather software. And it's like, hey, we need to get the weather for San Francisco. And this is like a parameter right here, right? Look at $city equals SF. So it's specifically looking for the weather in SF, obviously, right? It gets the data after this query and then brings it back to your server, your rented computer, whether you're in GCP, Vercel, whatever, and it provides the relevant response JSON, the payload, city, temp, condition. That is the burden that you take and the bullet you're willing to bite when building out applications. Really large companies, what they'll do is that they actually won't outsource API. They'll build these systems within their servers. Therefore, they don't have to pay premium for like an OpenAI API call or whatever they're trying to do. For most use cases, though, you're just going to outsource. You're not going to really build internally, as it's pretty cost effective at scale. Plus, like the burden of needing to build it out internally is pretty high. Why create a new AI model, right? Like just use the API. Who cares? Basically, if you're creating any type of application, you're going to care. The TLDR of why you use an API is why reinvent the wheel. There's genuinely, unless you're just absolutely bananas and you want to reinvent the wheel, proceed. But that's kind of the TLDR of why we use APIs in software is just don't reinvent the wheel, okay? Don't reinvent email. Don't reinvent Google Maps. Like, use Google Maps API if you have some type of location service within your application. So we're just going to end with this. It's two pieces of software that are talking. It's an API. So as you know these style videos, make sure you leave a like. I'll see you in the next. The quite literally just explain what an API is and how fundamental an API is. And if you never use an API within your application, you're not going to be able to do different types of value that actually are kind of cool type of application type of video.